just wanted to report back on my week 5 of using MK-2866 Ostarine. This is on my 5th week. After only 5 weeks on it, I will say that people have been definitely commenting on my appearance, that my muscles seem bigger. And they seem bigger all the time. I definitely notice them when I'm working out. They definitely seem like they blowed up a lot more. But now it's seeming to really get into my day-to-day life, which is honestly the fastest I've ever gained muscle. It normally feels like it happens so slowly that people don't even really notice the change. It's more like they might notice it when looking through old photos of me. That being said, I also am currently doing the Tongkat Ollie complex, 120 mg, and a Fadogia Agrestis at 600 mg at the same time. Uh, they definitely seem to be doing something. That seem that seems to be a little bit more testosterone based. Like they definitely help with like my sex drive. If nothing else, my sex drive is boosted by those things. But doing the 12.5 mg of MK-2866 Ostarine, um, I have to assume is the bulk of it. Now, also, I'm working out much more harder than I normally would, by harder I mean more frequent. I'm basically working out every day. Um, One day I will do upper body, the other day I'll do lower body. With some mix up, like if I'm doing deadlifts and things like that, I might actually need a break the next day because I'll feel it. It just works the whole body so much that doesn't really like work to do deadlifts all the time. But for the most part, I'm working out um, every day. I am currently like in a bulk phase, so I am eating more than enough calories than I need, and I'm also eating a lot of protein. Um, I I don't tend to work out this much. I'm generally told that this would be overworking you, and the only people who seem to ever like be pro overworking, people who are using some kind of gear or something like that. Um, that's not why I tried this using this pace. It's I just wanted to. It's like I like working out anyway, and like even if I wasn't going to see gains as fast because of this bad method of overworking, I just wanted to do it anyway. On top of that, I do go to Muay Thai at least 3 times a week. So that I would say is mostly cardio, throwing a couple push-ups or whatever. Um, so yeah, like definite visible gains. I know you don't really have a good like perspective of where I started from, but I would say definitely about a year ago was I was very, very skinny fat in coming out of COVID. And mostly I started going back to the gym a little bit off and on, not pushing too hard. And mostly the last 5 weeks, I've I've really put on muscle at a rate that I've never put it on before. My understanding of Austrian is it's not something you want to be on all the time. I'm probably only going to be on it for about 6 weeks. I might push it to 8 and then cut and see where I'm at that point. Um, but assuming you don't have problems with your liver, I would probably recommend this to anyone. Liver or heart. Heart is just weird. Anyone who's working out, I worry about a little with the heart. But yeah, and like this is not bad for someone in their mid 30s, in my opinion. Um, I would imagine when I was younger, I could eat a whole pizza, work out half-assed, and feel like I was just gaining great muscle. So I probably wouldn't recommend this to someone who's younger than 28. There's just like no reason to. You got so much time. But definitely, if you're like 35 and you're ready to just bulk up and then cut down and just see how nice you're going to look, this is a great springboard. Like if if you're not having a liver problem, just go for it. Like you got nothing to lose. Um, and yeah, that's all I've really got to report back. Um, I will say generally, almost everything I'm on, like there were some like mood adjustments or things like that, and it's really died down the longer I've been on these supplements. So I assume your body has a way of like adjusting and getting used to what you're taking. Um, and these probably fall in that. So like everything I'm taking, I would probably only recommend you cycle it. And I'm not sure how often you should get back on it. I will say probably next winter I would pop back on this again, but I'm ultimately talking about using it at most 8 weeks out of any given year. People say that they use this when cutting. This Ostarine makes me so hungry that it's unbelievable. And I cannot imagine the type of suffering that would be involved using this while cutting. I mean, I've not done it with like a Fedra or anything like that, or any, any fat burner appetite suppressant along with it. But man, just trying to imagine without anything like that be unbelievably painful. Um, I would say just go the enhanced recovery that it's supposedly offers. Just use it to get in more workouts. I do feel like there is a level of enhanced recovery that goes along this, and that if that alone is what's happening, it makes it worth it. Because the fact that I can work out so much and not feel like I'm being slowed down by it by really overworking my muscles, if it just had that effect alone, that would be worth it. And I'm not sure exactly what it's doing. I'm just seeing like all the end results. Um, but yeah, definitely would recommend it to anyone who's up 35 and just wants to like 35 skinny fat, wants to bulk up and get a lot of muscle quickly and get ready to cut afterwards for an 8 week period in a year. Um, yeah, definitely recommend it to anyone.